guys, welcome back to Real Talk with Sochi. I'm so excited to have you all here with me. Guys, I'm so excited. Yeah, I've said that before. And please don't mind my bed. You're seeing my bed. That's because I'm on a research trip. And yes, I'm in London. I came to London a week ago. I'm here for my research trip. This is not a video on my London trip or about my London trip. Of course, I'm going to make a full video about that. So you guys should just wait. Watch out for that video because it's going to be a bomb. So this particular video is something that I would have done a very long time ago, but because I'm coming to the London for this particular research, I said I think I should make this video while I am here for some reason, because today I am going to be sounding more like a motivational speaker, which you all know I am not, right? And that is because I will sound like a motivational speaker today because I also need what I'm about to say. I also want to hear it. And it is no other thing other than fears, right? How to overcome fears and how much fears or what fears can deny you, what's when you allow fear to get the better part of you, how you can be almost like a loser, right? You will not be able to accomplish anything, you will not be able to do anything for yourself. Fear is very important, especially when I wouldn't, there's no need defining fear. We already understand what fear is. It's you always feeling this fear. I'm still using fear to define fear. Yeah, but fear has to do with you not being comfortable to do something. You're always afraid. You always feel like, oh, this is not going to work out. It is not really like it's it's somehow like anxiety, right? Anxiety is also fear, but I'm not talking about anxiety. I'm talking about the fears that come from you not even doing anything, not even starting anything because you feel you're not enough. I have done a video on, telling you you are enough, telling us we are enough. So, but this video is like an extension of that one, like a part two of you are enough, right? And you can do great things. So, I'm going to tell a little story of how I have been able to overcome fear, or cases in my life where I have experienced fear or have encountered fear. I also think fear is a daily encounter, right? It's a daily experience. Some people encounter fears almost every day or every moment in their life, or one point in their life to the other, from one point in their life to the other. So for me, you already know I'm a graduate student in the United States, and before I left Nigeria for the US, it was a bold step, right? First of all, I was afraid to begin with. Yes, of course, the whole paparazzi was there, traveling, being in airplane, landing in the US, making videos, making pictures, taking pictures. But the truth is, behind those pictures, behind those airports, paparazzi, and all of that, somewhere in this heart lies an atom of fear, right? I hope I'm going to make it. I hope I'm going to make my mentors proud, make myself proud. I hope I'm going to make my university understand that they didn't make the wrong choice bringing me. So it was a whole lot of mixed feelings. I hope I'm going to succeed. Like I was afraid somehow. But the media would always, of course, will always have to put those paparazzi for you people to see because, true, that's what the world wants to see. The world wants beautiful sights. Nobody wants to hear the other back of the story or the other side of the story. I mean, I remember when I came to the US, how did you do it? How did you do it? Was just so much. But I have done a video on how I landed in America, and that video should help on how I did it. So back to my topic today, fears. So the reason I said I wanted to make this video today or in this trip is because I didn't come to the UK to have fun. I didn't come to the UK to go around UK to just for sightseeing sake. No, I'm here because I'm here on a research trip. Yeah, my master's thesis. I'm done with my first year in school, and as a historian, it is required that you travel on a field trip. You go for a field work, right? It can be anywhere. So for me, because of the nature of my research, it's very important that I visit this archive, the National Archives queue, because lots of the documents that has to do with what I'm working on, they are domiciled in this archive, and of course in a Nigerian archive as well. But I decided to come to the UK archives because lots of these materials are here. So, but why am I talking about fear? Before I set out for this journey, yes, I know it would be another experience for me to leave the US to go to another country, another continent, not even another country, because London is in Europe, right? It's a beautiful experience. I mean, in 10 months, I was in Nigeria, which is Africa. Then I left for the US, which is America. And now I'm in London, which is Europe. Like, it's like 3 continents in 10 months. So, and we are still counting. Yes. Who said that? We're still counting. So, but in as much as the whole paparazzi of the trip is there, fun to be with, I appreciate it a lot. But I was afraid. I was engrossed with fear because I haven't really used an archive before. I haven't conducted a research before in an archives. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what. Of course, I did a course in uni, a historiography course in uni, where the professor took us to the Enugu archives. So they kind of exposed us to the sections in the archive, the repository areas. We had to find documents and all of that. So we had the archivists, right? Is that what they're called? I think so. The curators. We had them tutor us. They taught us, kind of lectured us on, so that it was more of like a lecture. It wasn't a practical visit, which the lecture is actually helping me today because in the archives now I begin to see the importance of that course I took in my undergrad. So it was mixed feelings. Like I came here with so much like fear, but I didn't let people know that. But I know I was battling with that fear because first of all, a lot of things were in my head. What if I come here, I don't find what I'm looking for? Or what if I come here, I'm not able to find those materials? Or what if I come here and, you know, I'm not even able to read these documents because I've heard that, oh, archival documents, they are so, some of them you won't even be able to read them the way they are written because they're written centuries ago, decades ago. It's not something, it's not like a current textbook that you can just pick up and read. So it was just like I had these mixed feelings. Am I really qualified to be in archives? I don't know. These are like weird thoughts that they don't even, they're not, I'm not even sure if it's normal to start feeling this way. But something in me is also telling me that it's also normal. Because when you want to take a bold step or when you want to do something big in your life, when you're not afraid of it, you know, you've not even started, when your dream doesn't scare you. Because for me, just like when I launched Lifeline, another video on that will come. I was engrossed with so much fear. It was bigger than me. The calls, the text messages, the chats, everything was so big. Like it was so huge. One fear, I don't know where the spirit of fear just came. And for me to like gain my sanity, I had to turn off my phone that day. So it was the same thing. I was feeling the same thing where yes, I enjoyed my whole self. I enjoyed the whole trip. But immediately I landed in London airport, it dawned on me that I'm here for business. I'm not here to joke. I'm not here to play. I should have this document, right? The reason I came here must be accomplished. So I was afraid. I didn't know if I was going to succeed in this trip of mine. So fast forward, I entered the archives that day. Wow, it was different. First of all, it felt like I was in a library and the whole process was smooth. I did my registration. I didn't even understand that before I arrived, all my documents, because I ordered all my documents while I was in the US. So before I arrived, all my documents were ready out for me. They kept them ready for me with my seat number and every other thing. And then, even when I was bringing out those materials, like when I was bringing out the materials from the box to start reading them, I was afraid. I hope I'm going to, how do I know the right document to snap? How do I know the right quotes to take? How do I know the right people to, like it was just so like, I feel like, oh my God, should I start calling my mentors? Should I tell them to help me out? Like it was so much for me at that point. I started feeling this imposter syndrome again. Like it came that moment, that very day. I opened the documents. First of all, I prayed. I said the word of prayer. I even prayed before I left the house. But in the archives, the fear came again. I had to pray. I said, God, you know why I'm here. You really have to help me. I can't come here. I mean, my university has spent a lot to get me here, and I really have to find these things that I'm here for. I have to find them. So I started opening these materials because I'm viewing 12 documents per day. That's the maximum. If you're not doing bulk order, because I didn't do bulk order. So if you're here on a standard visit, so you would do you review 12 documents per day. So I started going through the documents, guys. Hmm. I started seeing documents. I started seeing relevant materials to what I am here, like to my topic. I brought out my phone immediately because I have doc scanner in my phone because I realized that archive is not like a place because especially for this kind of trip where you don't have the luxury, like you don't have the luxury of time, you don't have all the time in the world. You are here for a limited time and you have to go through lots of documents. So I brought out my phone. I started snapping. So what I was saying is, once I see anything related to my topic, I'm working on film. Once I see anything on film in Africa, bam, bam, I'm snapping all of them, snapping all of them, snapping all of them. So after that first day, when I finished going through all the documents in that first day, the 12 of them, wow, I thought to myself, I'm like, wait, this is me viewing archival materials. I mean, this might not be, it might not be something huge for a lot of people, but for me, it's a big step for me. You know, it's reminding me that I'm growing. It's reminding me that I'm in a different level in my life right now. I mean, this is me having to make use of archival materials to write. Last semester, I wrote a paper. I made use of archival work, but it was more the archival work I used was archival film. So this time around, I'm not just using archival film, I'm using archival documents that I found by myself. I embarked on the journey by myself, and I am here doing all of those things by myself. I conquered that fear, the fear of the unknown. Now, was that fear self, was it even supposed to be there? Someone might be asking, but you're a historian. Reading and writing should be your thing. Yes, but hello, we are all wired differently, right? We're different. Some people still have fears in them. Like me, some days I wake up. I was talking to my auntie the other day. I'm like, I used to have this seasonal I call it seasonal imposter syndrome. Some days I wake up with anxiety. I'll begin to question everything, so much fear. A lot of things will just be going on in my mind. But I will pray about it. I'll remind God all his promises, and then I watch it go. And then I become fine again. So why did I tell this story today? I am saying this because I'm still in London. I'm not done yet. I still have a couple of things to do. And yeah, as regards to my research, and I've been able to overcome that fear. And in future, subsequently, when I go to an archive or when I want to conduct a research, I already know what to do, right? I am able to conquer this one. Like National Archive Q is very big, if not the biggest in the world, or if not the headquarters of all of them in the world, because it's very big. And this is my first archive experience, and I'm doing it in such a big and unique place. Thanks to my mentors, thanks to my university for this amazing opportunity. And thanks to me as well for taking this bold step. And of course, thanks to God, because He is the author and the finisher of everything that I'm doing. So, yeah, my faith. So, guys, fear is one of those things, it's one of human attributes. Fear will always come, whether you want to start up a business or you want to go into a relationship or you want to start schools, graduate program. Fear is one of those things. I don't even know if there's anybody in this life that doesn't harbor fear or that doesn't encounter fear at one point in their life because it would come. And when you're not afraid yet, or when that fear, I mean, not all kind of fear, because there are some fears that, of course, not when you are under attack or armed robbery attack, or when you are um, when someone has leaked your secrets, that kind of those things that just come on social media to tarnish people's image. That I'm not talking about that kind of fear. Of course, fear of being under siege is a different kind of fear. But I'm talking about the kind of fear that can withhold you from achieving your goals if you don't manage them, right? I mean, I would have stayed back in my country and believed that I won't do this. I wouldn't be able to do this because of that fear, of not being enough, or I would have still not. I wouldn't have come to the UK for this research because I would have still thought that, oh, I'm not qualified. I'm not great enough to start digging up these stories in the past to make an analysis in the present. So fear is one of those characteristics. Is one of those attributes of humans. But do we have to allow it to ruin us? Do we have to allow it to take the better part of us? The answer is no. And you see, the very moment you're able to overcome it, you see the potentials in you. It would open you to you will see the new strengths that you never imagined, right? Because I am here in the archives. to research on particular thing. And I've been exposed to a lot of things, which I'm so happy and I'm so glad. I can't wait to start making those arguments, hopefully, because I'm still learning the act of researching. But I mean, nobody learns everything in a day. We keep learning, right? So the spirit of fear, or fear of the unknown, or fear where you want to do something, it's normal. But I think when you remember your why did you do it? Why do you have to do it? When I arrived the UK airport and that fear came in, I had to remind myself, remember why you are here. Remember you have to pass oceans, Atlantic oceans to be here. Money we have spent for you to be here. A lot of things, your mentors, your lecturers, your professors, all of them are aware that you are here. You have to take the bull by the horn. You have to do this, right? Whether fear or no fear, get it done. Because trust me, the world celebrates only results. The world celebrates only success. When I mean results, I mean the positive result, because there can be negative result, there can be positive result. The world celebrates the positive result. Nobody wants to come out here that you went and failed. Nobody wants to hear that. But there's always this saying that comes with, oh, when you fail, failure comes with greater things. Like when you fail, you go back and adjust and come back, which is beautiful, which is true. But nobody wants to. But when we eventually fail, or when failure eventually comes, nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody still wants to remember that failure, that after failure, you now get the bigger things. It's not like that in everybody's life. We are wired differently. Life is so different that even your twin brother, your twin sister will be viewing it differently, entirely differently from the way you view it. So the spirit of fear is normal, especially when you want to do something great. I posted something on my status the other day on Facebook. I'm like, I posted a picture of me going through this archival works, and I'm like, growth and grace. Because it is growth. A few years back, I didn't do this. I couldn't have done this. Maybe because the resources were not there, or but I don't know why. But now I know that I'm doing this because number one, growth. We will keep growing. The only thing constant in life is change, and growth is part of change. You change from one stage to the other, right? And then another thing is God's grace. So I'm banking in growth, and I'm banking in the grace of God, and I'm saying no to fears. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So whether I'm living here to another bigger place, when I'm done with my masters, I'm going to a bigger school. Even if all the students there are the best, I'm also the best. I'm also the best. So I shouldn't allow the spirit of fear to engross me, because everybody also have encounters or experience fear. So why should I allow my own to ruin or ridicule me? So I would always keep praying. I'll keep reminding myself how great I am. I'll keep telling myself that I am capable of doing this. I have to be confident in myself, trusting that God will send me, not overconfidence. I'm still going to make a video on overconfidence and how overconfidence how it can ruin you or ruin someone. So, guys, this is me today saying, say no to fear. This is how I have overcome fear. Is it overcome? Overcome. Overcome, yeah. Overcome fear, overcoming fear, whatever. So, yeah, I I am here in London, still doing my research. I'm excited, mixed feelings still, but I'm so happy for this bold step. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to all my mentors who started this journey with me right from undergrad. And of course, my uncle, they all laid the foundation to all of these things that is happening now. Thanks to my family, thanks to my uncle and the wife, thanks to my cousin brother, thanks to everybody that I know, my friends, my good friends, right from uni till now, they're still there with me. Thanks for cheering me up. Thanks for always celebrating me. And I'm also celebrating you all. I can't wait for we to get to that place where we would say, thank you, Jesus, for this success so far. So thank you, my school. Thank you, the University of Mississippi, for this beautiful trip. Thank you to University of Mississippi History Department. Thank you, my advisor. Thank you, my graduate chair, my graduate coordinator. Thank you, the amazing people, the amazing team for putting this trip for me to have this beautiful experience as a young career, as a young scholar, to have this experience to begin my career, be it academics, be it the other things. This is a huge step in my life, and I'm so grateful. So, guys, expect my next video on my trip to the UK. My trip to London. Yes, I'm in London. You guys must have seen a lot of pictures of me posting and all of that. I'm going to put all of that together. It's going to make sense. I'm also going to say more things in that video. So if you have encountered fear or you're going through fear now, put it in the comment section. I want to hear it. Let me know how you've been able to handle it. Like this video, share it, comment, tell the world about Real Talk with Sochi. And remember, I love you all so much. And say no to fears. Bye.